Public Service Podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LMP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue. Join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LMP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace.
A pleasant good afternoon from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, and welcome to the Police Dialogue, a flagship program produced by the Liberia National Police, and we are live on Sky FM 107.1. We are also being streamed on the official page of the Liberia National Police. Sam Collins is my name. Thanks to all members of our production team that are working behind the scene to make sure that this program is held on today. Today, like the promo said, we are expecting the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police to join us somewhere along the line during the show. And he should have started the show with us, but because of some meetings that are currently taking place, but he has given us his word that he will join the show later on. He recently published an article in one of Liberia's leading newspaper, Front Page Africa, under the caption, "The Liberia National Police and the Price of Reform." That is the article that we want to look at. That is the article that we want to detail. We want to understand the thinking of the Inspector General as to what he means by saying the Liberia National Police and the price of reform. In that article, he spoke about breaking away from the past. But should the Liberia National Police continue to do one thing over and over and expect different results? So he made mention of breaking with the past. What he meant by that, we will be asking him. He also talked about restoring the rule of law in practice, not theory. And so we'll be questioning the Inspector General about his article. He made mention of transparency, accountability, and institutional culture. He has been speaking about the issue of Liberians breaking away from the past. It has to do with our mentality, because we have been doing one thing over and over as it relates to law enforcement. Cultural shock, the change has brought about cultural shock. People want to see things being done over and over. The same way, no, he's breaking away. He's talking about community-centered policing for a modern Liberia. So the article is very rich. So we thought it wise to invite the Inspector General of Police to sit on the Police Dialogue so he can be there to explain in depth what he meant when he said the Liberia National Police and the price of reform. Like I said, he will be joining us later on the show. I will also be joining the communication director of the Ministry of Public Works. You know, the Liberia National Police and the Ministry of Public Works are collaborating. Hello, are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you live. Thank you. Sam, good afternoon.
Thank you so much for joining us. And this is the first time on the Liberia National Police flagship program, the Police Dialogue. Welcome.
Certainly, it is my first time, and it's also an honor to join you.
Can you change your position at least so that our viewers and those following us by Sky FM can be able to get you? Go on your clear quality. Are you there? Miles, you need to change. You need to change your position. Let me call you back. You need to change your position.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I now?
Yes, I'm getting you. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm fine. Thank you. And you?
How's the Ministry of Public Works? I'm doing fine.
The Ministry of Public Works is fine. Our activities are on course, like we informed the public earlier. I would the
My alarm terrible. Are you calling me from Monrovia or in the interior?
in Monrovia.
Yeah, but your line is terrible. Yeah, you need to do some adjustment. I will call you back. You need to do some adjustment. You know, he's Benjamin Myers. He's the director of communication there at the Ministry of Public Works. We want to hear from him about what is obtaining as the government of Liberia carry on the construction of the two overpasses right before the ministerial complex and the Bolivar SKD Junction. And that's why I want him to tell us how long that project is going to stay and what is the collaboration they have with the Liberia National Police. So we hope that when we call back, we will get a better line so that those following the show can get him and so they can be coming in broken. So we're trying to connect the communication director there at the Ministry of Public Works so that we can be able to talk to him. So we'll be able to talk to him. But there's a police dialogue, and as we wait for the communication director, let me also try to connect the chief of traffic of the Liberia National Police, Alfonso Bednar, who is in the traffic, to tell us a clear understanding. What area of Caldwell you're talking about?
Caldwell, New Georgia Junction, when you cross the bridge, New Georgia Junction.
So it means that the whole bridge linking the bridge with Caldwell is blocked or what?
Oh, blocked, but we are there. We are making sure we got like about 8 officers are there. We are regulating, but it's very serious. The traffic is jammed, but we're trying our best.
Are you telling me that you don't have enough men to bring the situation under control or what?
You know, the mark that there we can make it. It's just jammed. You know that one way now. They got a serious hole. The MTNC are working there currently now. The yellow machine, they're trying to open the hole that they get there. They are putting crush wrap there. So the traffic is very jammed, but we are managing. We can make it.
You are currently on Sky FM and also the official page of the Liberia National Police. So some motorists may be listening to you via radio or even their Facebook, their respective Facebook pages. What message do you have for them?
We just trying to tell them that you take a precaution because it's not easy to New Georgia Junction. You know, the citizen people are coming for a job, so they should listen to the regulation of the police and drive on one lane. They should drive on one lane for the safety of the passenger that they are carrying.
So are you telling me that this traffic going to build up to the late evening hour, knowing that the Caldwell Bridge is a one-way bridge?
For 9 to 6 or 7, we can decongest it. But currently now there's a little bit jammed, but we are fighting on it because we're trying to restrict everybody on one lane.
What's the situation at New Georgia Junction?
New Georgia Junction, only traffic congestion, that's all. Besides traffic congestion, everything is smooth around there.
Okay, so we wish you well. We hope that you can decongest the traffic and so that our people coming from work can return home on time. Thank you so much.
Sure. Yeah, thank you, sir.
That's the update from Caldwell. The commander there from Zone 7 is having us informed that the traffic is very much indeed terrible because of some engineering work being carried out by the construction company on the road. But he assured us by between 6 to 7 o'clock, his men are doing everything possible to make sure to decongest the traffic so that our people can have the time, the opportunity to reach home on time. We're trying to get back to the communication director there at the Ministry of Public Works, Benjamin Myers, to tell us about what is obtaining in form of the ministerial complex. Ben is back on the line. Good afternoon, Ben.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sam.
Yeah.
Sorry for the fluctuation. I think it's from the internet, but however, we're back.
Okay, great. Tell us, how is the collaboration with the Liberia National Police, especially with the work being carried out at the ministerial complex, the construction of the 2 overhead passes?
I think you are quite aware. You are quite aware that we put up a release most recently, which is yesterday to be specific, that we are collaborating with the Liberia National Police to ensure effective traffic control. Because before we began the huge excavation, we informed the police that such activity will disrupt regular traffic flow, and so that the police should work along with us to ensure effective control of the traffic. And the police show up. There was a team from the Liberia National Police that joined the team from the Ministry of Public Works, and through that collaborative effort, they toured the entire corridor, and they collectively made a determination on the alternative routes that will be used by the motorists. And that was determined. The vehicles from Central Monrovia will go straight along the Tubman Boulevard, or would take a right turn using the Congotown back road to escape the traffic congestion between the ministerial complex and the Boulevard Junction. And then we'll get back on the Boulevard Junction and continue towards ELWA Junction. Also, vehicles from Painesville heading towards town will have to go through the street Congotown Road, the Tubman Boulevard, and alternatively they can use the Allison Street at the back of the Calando building at the intersection of the Peace Community, or the 540 community as it is popularly known, and then they can go through Oro and back on the main Tubman Boulevard, if possible, to continue their way to Central Monrovia.
Myers, how accessible is the Allison Street?
So the Allison Street was opened up by the Ministry of Public Works, and before the circular could be placed up on the alternative routes, the ministry ensured that we worked with the contractor and got their consent to smoothing the surface of the entire road to ensure pliability. So the contractor immediately moved in to create a condition whereby a car can easily use that route to connect to Oro. And their plans are on the way. The procurement processes are all ongoing to ensure pavement of the road. Because we don't just intend to open up the road and leave it as a gravel road. We intend to pave the road to create more access. And so the procurement processes have not yet concluded, and seems reason why the road is not yet paved. And as soon as we conclude the procurement process for that particular road, the road will be paved. But in the meantime, we've ensured that the contractors have moved in and they have smoothed the pavement of the road, so the road is at current very, very pliable. And vehicles coming from the Rabos International Airport Highway will also, using the Bishop Michael Francis Road to get on the Congotown back road, will not be allowed to traverse through the Congotown to get to on the main Tubman Boulevard, but will cross right the Congotown Road and get behind the Health Ministry, and then get back on the main Tubman Boulevard and continue to Central Monrovia. So the police, based on the conversation we initiated with the Liberia National Police and its willingness to comply and collaborate with the Ministry of Public Works, they began unconditional enforcement of the agreed terms as of yesterday. So yesterday, those that were using those routes noticed that they were diverted through the Congotown Road when they got to the ministerial complex from Central Monrovia, and those coming from Painesville towards Central Monrovia were either using the Allison Street or going straight on the Congotown back road, and those using the Bishop Michael Francis Road were crossing at the back of the Health Ministry and getting back on the Tubman Boulevard. So the police thought that in its wisdom that those routes were the best routes that could be used to calm the traffic down to some extent, because as we speak, there are heavy excavation works going on from the east and west overpasses.
Okay.
Those excavation works are meant to plant the footing of the bridge. So as they are ongoing, the maiding of the road will be affected, and so only the side of the road will be left for vehicles to ply. And that is the reason why we did it. So we really thank the Liberia National Police for collaborating with the Ministry of Public Works. And this is not just the first time. On many occasions, every time we call on the Liberia National Police for such collaboration, especially regarding public safety and control, the police is always very upbeat, on top of its scheme, and willing to comply with the Ministry of Public Works. I think they can take a thumbs up for that.
Now, well, what you're telling me about procurement processes ongoing, and let me just first of all ask you, what is the duration of the construction work?
Well, the ongoing the overpasses,
yeah,
the duration is 24 months. It's meant to be constructed. They are meant to be constructed for the period of 2 years. So within a period of 2 years, we anticipate that vehicles coming towards town and going towards Beansville will either use the east or west overpass based on their preference. And that's meant to reduce the traffic flow, the traffic congestion in those areas, because we did a very comprehensive study that shows that the two overpasses will reduce traffic congestion by more than 50%. And it is on the basis of those studies that the government went to China and began negotiating with China to help Liberia to achieve this. And thankfully, the Chinese government was very magnanimous in responding to Liberia's request by ensuring that they show up and give us that grant, and Liberia is utilizing it to the fullest to benefit the citizens in the best way possible. Because once you have free movement in your city, economic activities will boom, and certainly things will move faster than you anticipate.
Myers, we are getting indication from Caldwell of huge traffic. Hello, you getting me?
Yeah, you're lying.
Yeah.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, we are getting indication from Caldwell. Our officers are informing us that the traffic is building up on the Caldwell Road due to some kind of rehabilitation work by one of the companies under your control. What is the actual story?
So thank you. We have a contract, a rehabilitation contract that we've already signed for Caldwell Road. You know, Caldwell Road was abandoned for a very protracted period. No rehabilitation work went on for long, and so the road deteriorated to a very great extent, inconveniencing the dwellers of the Caldwell community. And the ministry, the leadership of the ministry, thought it wise to have made an intervention, not only by closing up those potholes, but to do an entire asphalt overlay that reconditions the road into its original state. And the way to do that was to do a contract, a road rehabilitation contract, a full rehabilitation contract for the road. And interestingly, MDNC emerged as the most responsive bidder, and the contract was awarded to them, approved by the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. And we went through the contracting process, and they have begun work on the road. It is true that traffic may build up based on the ongoing work. But again, you know, development comes with a little bit of pain, and people have got to brace themselves for those just necessary inconveniences, as I may term them, because we can't leave the road in that condition.
Yeah.
And when the road is being constructed, there will be traffic congestion, but it is only but for a moment.
Okay,
and
thank you.
the entire construction of the road, of course, the road will be open up to the public. So we are, like the minister said, we are having an auto-pause approach this dry season, and so public works will be nearly everywhere in almost every county, ensuring that we make strategic interventions.
And you have to be everywhere to make sure that you make strategic intervention, but not without the Liberia National Police, because you know road users need to access the road to go about their activities.
No, Sam, the Liberia National Police is one of our biggest partners, and we have collaborated at several fronts, and we'll do that over and again in a way that is unapologetic.
Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your intervention on the Police Dialogue. It's good having you. Hope that you keep following the show, because sometimes some of the callers we have questions and we'll put you on to answer the question, to provide answers to the question. Thank you so much.
Thanks so kindly for inviting me. It's an honor. I look forward to more of these interactions. Thank you.
Certainly, as long as you remain a good partner of the LNP, when you have the interaction. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. He's Steve Benjamin Myers. He's the Director of Communication there at the Ministry of Public Works, giving update on the ministry intervention on Vero roads. You know, some of the intervention are now leading to the build-up of traffic. And so he's telling us that they are doing everything possible in conjunction or in collaboration with the Liberia National Police to make sure that road users are not being hindered from accessing the road. This is the Police Dialogue, and we're live on the official page of the Liberia National Police and that of Sky FM 107.1. I hope you are putting your questions together. We're making efforts to join the Inspector General of Police, who will speak to us on his recent OPEC that was published by the Front Page Africa newspaper. And we're still waiting to hear from the Chief of Traffic here at the Liberia National Police. We are getting indication that he's there on the Totman Boulevard. As soon as we can get him, he will be giving us an update on exactly what is obtaining there at the Totman Boulevard with the traffic situation. And so keep tuned to Police Dialogue, the official program, flagship program of the Liberia National Police. It comes your way every Tuesday and Thursday. This is the January 6th edition, and we just spoke to the communication director of the Ministry of Public Works, and we are fighting to get hold of the commander of Zone 10 to tell us exactly what is happening there with the traffic within the Vital. And you know, when you cross the bridge from Johnson Street, you dump into Vital, and motorists we experience huge traffic there. And so we want to find out what our men are doing at that end to decongest the traffic, so that those who are accessing the road for Caldwell, for Banjo, for Broadway, for all of the communities across the bridge, so that they can get home on time. Police Dialogue, like I said, is on Sky FM 107.1. We are grateful to the management of we are grateful to the management of Sky FM for giving us this opportunity to make sure that our voices are heard. Let's try to get the traffic commander, the chief of traffic here at the Liberia National Police, so that they can be able to speak to us and give us adequate update on what is happening within the Totman Boulevard and with the traffic. Alfonso Bednar, we're trying to connect you. If you are monitoring us by way of radio, kindly pick up your phone, as we are making all frantic effort to hear from you as the chief of traffic of the Liberia National Police. He's not picking up. We move over to Zone 10 to see whether we have Zone 10 on the line to give us happening with the traffic condition there. This is the Police Dialogue, like I said, a flagship program produced by the Liberia National Police. This program is intended to bridge the gap between the police and the public. It's a community service program where, hello, we have the commander of Zone 10 on. How you doing? What's the condition of the traffic?
The condition of the traffic now, we are receiving the traffic from Cham to Bushwa Arden. From Bushwa Arden to Tango in a 2 bar, and then I get from across the bridge to Slayway. It's now also 2 bar. We are across the bridge, receiving the traffic from Inter.
Is the traffic flowing, or are you
It's flowing.
experiencing congestion?
Not yet. All of the cars are on wheel, meaning it moving towards the Bushra Island.
What report are you getting from Freeport?
Freeport is also correct. I went there 1 hour ago. All of the continue arranged, and there is no traffic now. People sir.
But
Moving also.
normally, motorists experience a congestion of the traffic. What can you say influence congestion along that route?
It will be very difficult now that we now experience traffic within Baton. You know, we 3 lanes, which is 2 moving lanes coming from people. When you get to the bridge, only one will enter. So we will always experience traffic until they can extend the bridge. We always experience traffic within Baton.
Okay, so thank you so much for your update, and it's good to hear from you because this is a public service program, and we want to have members of the public informed about the condition of the traffic, because looking at this hour is the peak hour now. People are returning from their various areas of work and returning home, and to sit in the traffic is a very difficulty. And normally, when the traffic is congested, the blame falls on the officers that are regulating the traffic. Thank you so much. Thank you for your service. Thank you for the work that you are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you. He's the commander there for Zone 10. We still 14 ways to get the chief of traffic here at the Liberia National Police to get from him as to what is happening with the traffic there within the Congotan end. We're making all of the efforts. We are making all of the efforts to get the chief of traffic. As soon as we can get the chief of traffic, we'll definitely put him on so that he can tell us exactly what the conditions are within the Congotan barrier up to ELWA junction. And so, Alfonso Bena, if you are following this broadcast, please pick up your phone, or anyone around Alfonso Bena can inform him that he needs to pick up his phone so that we can have this conversation as it relates to traffic condition, because the people need to be informed. People are in Monrovia, road users are in Monrovia, they might be using that route to go back to their homes, and so they need to be informed by the Liberia National Police what to expect ahead of them, because driving from Monrovia and just bumping into the traffic is no small embarrassment. But I guess that our officers are being deployed, the chief of traffic is there, and we also try to get 102, who is the director for operation here at the Liberia National Police, and to tell us about his operational plan as we are experiencing efforts to get Unit 102 on the line, and Police Dialogue is here to bring the to participate on this program. We are still getting information from where the Inspector General is, that he might be joining us later on the show.
Progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for...
Thank you so much. We're back here on Police Dialogue. We apologize for that technical problem that we encounter. The Police Dialogue, like I said, is a public service program produced by the Liberia National Police. So we ask our technicians, we ask our producers to now put the numbers on the screen. For those who are following the program by way of Sky FM 107.2, you can call us on 0770-800-163, 0770-800-163. And those from Facebook, you can also call us on 0770-800-163. And if you are in the diaspora, you can WhatsApp us on +231 777 894747. 777 894747 is the WhatsApp number. And to call us directly, you can use 0770-800-163, 0770-800-163. And you can call us to give your own input on this all-important program, the Police Dialogue. We have been speaking to some of our traffic commanders across the city, and they are telling us exactly the condition of all of the traffic condition, especially in the Vital, Caldwell, and we also spoke to the Congo Town, not Congo Town, but from Central Monrovia, and also we're doing all of the necessary efforts to have you informed as it relates to the traffic condition, and also give you all of necessary police information. And yesterday I was being informed about the effort made by the Liberia National Police to rescue a Ghanaian national, a female, believed to be around 35 years old, was duped from Ghana to Liberia, and was promised to be taken to France. And so all of her money, the police were able to arrest those who misled her to come to Liberia, informing her that she was going to the Republic of France. And we contacted the Ghanaian embassy, and the embassy also came. And as I speak to you, they are making the necessary paperwork to make sure that lady is repatriated back to Ghana. And Bakon is on the line from the USA. Bakon, how are you?
Good morning, good afternoon. This is Bishop Collins.
Okay, you've been following the show. Just give your input, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I listened to Ben. Ben Myers, and he talked about the collaboration between the Liberia National Police and the Ministry of Public Works. You know, we got something called the Triple E, which you know of. We're talking about the engineering, the education, and enforcement aspect of roads. So the police are responsible for, the police plays two vital roles over there to educate and to enforce. So the road safety signs, when they are planted, we got to educate the public as to what those signs mean. The speed limit in the rural areas, hospital zones, residential area. Those things will be told to the public by the police, and that's what we are doing effectively. And we are also part of the National Road Safety Secretariat, which the Chief of Public Safety plays a major role in the organization. I remember sometime last year we had some workshop, to determine the faultiness of vehicles, the worthiness of other vehicles. And it went well, but I think because of some of the reasons it went. I also want to say thanks to I.G. Coleman for being so innovative. You know, this thing you're doing, you may not know the effect, the positive effect right now, but I'm telling you, this is a complete strategic communication management system that we put in place. And the public is getting the needed information on the daily basis. We are being proactive now instead of being reactive. Now you can call from Douala, you talk about traffic congestions, and the chief of traffic or the director of traffic can just go there and do some corrections. You can now call the ministerial complex, and something can be done there immediately. I think it is marvelous. I mean, the rebranding process is on course. I want to say kudos to Ajay Kumar and his team for the job well done. We are going to another level. As I said, people will not always praise you, but the result will talk for itself. At the soonest possible time, our rating was increased in West Africa and the world over. Thank you so much for this wonderful program.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bakon. Thanks for your input. We're there from the United States of America. You can call us on 0770-800-163 to form part of this all-important program. Like today, our conversation is now focused on the traffic, and we want to hear from you how the traffic look like in your area, and in case if you are not seeing a police officer within your area, just by calling us, we can help to have officer respond to you immediately on the police dialogue. We're still fighting to get to CO TD. He's a commanding officer there at Zone TD Police Depot in Congo Town, and where bulk of the traffic is right now. So we want to know exactly what they're doing there, and what kind of a mechanism they are put into place to make sure that he's on the line. CO TD, how are you?
Fine, sir.
I want you to give me an update as it relates to the traffic condition within the Congo Town Bell.
Okay, Chief, at the 3-6, we have traffic. The traffic was a little static due to the movement of the president. But the same pass through have been released, so it's going through because of government deployed along the route 540 feet to 540 where the abduction is taking place. So right now the traffic is going.
So is it far better today than yesterday?
Yes. Like the first time, so many drivers they didn't know how to determine thinking of which side to be used, and at the end of the day, today we'll have a better time. Yes, they are now going to understand the diversion, which side to go, which side not to go. So it's better today than yesterday. So you think that most of the drivers now have some level of education as it relates to the building of the overhead passes? Yes, sir. Because I think many of them, they didn't follow the radio communication after the announcement or pass. So that most of them were confused. But those who follow the communication on the radio, the announcement, where they took you to it. So for yesterday now, what we started doing was to get an awareness. So they started to buy the idea. Today, that's why we have a difference from yesterday.
Okay, apart from traffic situation, how is the security condition within the Congo Town Bell?
Chief, to be frank, Congo Town is single where we control. I
I think our crime rate has dropped to a considerable level. I think the type of crime you see now here in Tonguata and Single is about assault, disorderly conduct. But like how it was in other places, no. Our crime rate here has been reduced to a minimum rate, and our people are still enjoying the comfort of the police.
Okay, thank you so much for your... Yeah, go ahead.
General police up and down, the 102 up and down. So when they get down, all we are on our feet. So are
you somewhere near the chief of traffic, Alfonso Bena? We need to talk to him.
No, the chief of traffic is below where I'm at now. I'm speaking from where I'm at IA, and the chief of traffic is somewhere around Politory Junction, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much for your input.
I appreciate it, sir.
Thank you so much for your input. And we stay on the show. And this is the Police Dialogue, a public service program produced by the Liberia National Police. And the program is intended to inform the public about the function or operation of the Liberia National Police. Like I was saying just before this caller came in, the lady that was duped from Ghana to Liberia is currently with the Liberia National Police. Some money were taken from her, and that the police have been able to recover the funds. And we called in the Ghanaian embassy yesterday. They came in today, and all necessary works are being done to make sure that lady is repatriated to Ghana. She came from Takoradi in the Republic of Ghana, and she was misled that she was going to France, and she found herself here in Liberia. These are some of the things that we are working on in making sure to inform the public, to educate the public, to be aware of scammers. There are scammers going around giving you the best offers, telling you that they can change your life, telling you that they can make you to leave your country to go to Canada. The last time we hosted immigration agents from Canada, and they gave public education as it relates to what these scammers are doing and how you need to protect yourself. What are the red flags that you need to notice when someone is helping you to leave your country to seek greener pasture. And so when this lady arrived to Liberia, unfortunately for her, when she thought that you were going to France, but phone was saying Liberia, she was being told to bring in 3 additional person. Then when the 3 additional person come in now from Ghana to Liberia, then she will receive her ticket to go to France, while the 3 person will remain here working on their travel activities. So members of the public have to be in the know of these things. Take it very, very seriously. The QNet operators are all around. We have done our best to make sure to dismantle their network, but yet instead they continue to build a network because those individuals in the community still have some level of confidence within QNet, because QNet have made them to believe that they can provide a corridor for them to travel. QNet have made them to believe that they can provide an opportunity to get better life. And it is not possible. All of the cases that we have been able to arrest, all of the operation that we have been able to bust, these guys are mass scammers. They are eating your money. They are taking your resources for you. They are misleading you. And the unfortunate part of it is that you still have people who believed in the operation of QNet. QNet organization is a fraud. It is a fraud. And if the police tells you that QNet operation is a fraud, you need to believe it. Because we are the one going after them. We are the one arresting them. We are the one investigating them. We are the one that know that they are lying to you. But yet instead, some of you guys believe you want to travel to France, you want to travel to Canada. How can someone be facing your travel document and tell you don't tell anybody? How? How is it possible? How they continue to take money away from you? How are they taking your passport? Are you appearing for an interview? So you need to take the scales off your eyes. This is what the program is all about. This is why the studio was being built, to make sure that we educate the public about criminal activities within your community. But while we are doing it on a daily basis, there are new people being recruited into the scam. There are people who believe that the police is not doing the right thing, the police is misleading them. We are not misleading you people. We are educating you that the scammers are taking your money. The scammers are taking your money. If you are not careful, you may lose your life in a sole operation because you want to travel. It is a good thing to travel. We are not discouraging people to travel, but it's good to use the proper means to leave your country. And that is why they will be able to mislead someone from Ghana and bring them to Liberia and put them on a false pretense and tell them, hey, we're going to make you to travel to Canada, we're going to make you to travel to France, and we want to provide job opportunity for you. Then you come, the only person that will be able to help you, the only institution that can be able to help you is the Liberia National Police, the same institution that you fail to believe. But we will not get tired in giving you public information because it's what we've been paid for. We will not get tired in providing the kind of education that you need because that is what we have been paid for. That is our statutory mandate. But until you can get that education, you may lose all your money. You may lose your life. Your property may be taken away from you because you have failed to follow the rightful instruction from the Liberia National Police. With that, we come to the end of this program, and Thursday we'll be back, and arrangements have been made for us to have the OIC of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. It's unfortunate that we could not get the Inspector General online because of other tight engagement on his part. You know, these security chiefs, to actually go with the schedule, it cannot be easy. And so we have made all of the efforts, and we're still getting indications. That they still lack up into meetings, but the signals are getting good from what I'm hearing, that the Inspector General of Police will soon join us for the discussion. So let me go back to this whole public education. Now, nobody knows. I can safely say that in the traffic, the officers are being trained to regulate the traffic. And that is why you see them in full uniform. That is why you see them carry a badge and a flag. They have the authority. And if they have that authority that you have given to them through the creation of the police department, then you need to respect the authority that they have. Because the police department was formed through an act of the legislature. Your representatives and all back then sat in chambers and made sure that they formulated and organized the police department. Now, assuming that you wake up in the morning and the IG say that no police officer will be deployed across the country, imagine what's going to happen to a major intersection when we cannot regulate traffic. So they are not there to play. They are there to work. They are there to execute their function. So when they tell you stop, you have to stop. And when they tell you go, you have to go. When they ask you for your lesson, you have to present your lesson. And when they ask you, say, give me your car document, you have to present your car document. We do agree that we have some of the officers that carry on their own activities at the detriment of themselves, because when they are caught, they have been seriously reprimanded, and sometimes they even lost their job. We know that. We can admit that we have some bad officers. We can admit that we have some bad apples among us. We can admit that when we take the water from the kino, there are other officers that are blowing the kino for water to come in. But what is the police department doing with the officers? We have been reprimanding the officers on a day-to-day basis. Officers have been dismissed, they have been suspended for time indefinite without salary. And we'll continue to clean up. We continue to clean up the Liberia National Police. Inspector General Coleman has no room for anybody who will want to inflict harm on peaceful citizens. But we need the support of the citizenry. We need all of you people's support. We need to have you calling us. We need to have you reporting. We need to have you coming out to the professional standard and talking and giving complaint about the misconduct of our officer, because we have zero tolerance on a misconduct of police officer. Nobody wearing the uniform, nobody within the employ of the Liberia National Police should get involved with misconduct. That is not what the government is paying them for. That is not what the government is cutting your money to pay police officer for. We should be able to help. The officer should be able to help a child that is fighting to cross the road. We should be able to help the elderly. We should be able to help provide direction for people who are looking for direction. In this new police under RGB Coburn, he's going to do everything to clean the mess. And that is why we continue to bring forth reforms. We continue to provide the kind of a necessary training that our officers will represent the entity. The flag that you carry, the badge that you wear, must remind you of your responsibility to the state on a daily basis as you wear the uniform. Like the president said in the last cabinet meeting, the badge should not be used for hunting purposes. Nobody should use your badge to hunt. The badge, when the citizens see your badge, they should feel protected. And this is what we're doing, building public confidence into the Liberia National Police, making sure that you have that confidence. And for you to have that confidence within the police, we have to make it happen. We have to present ourselves to you as accountable. We have to present ourselves to you as a transparent and responsible institution. And that is the vision of the Inspector General of Police, to make sure that he presents a police department to the people of Liberia that they will be proud of. We are not here to defend the weak. Anybody within the police department that want to use the badge to hunt, and when that person is caught, there is no a place for them to hide. So we have, and we have some people who are making comments on Facebook, and so we're going to read those comments and to hear from them what they are actually saying. And they'll go to Augusta K. Thank you so much, Augusta. The police are the public, and the public are the police. The police being only members of the public who are paid to give full-time attention to duties, which are incumbent on every citizen in the interest of the community welfare and existence. Thank you so much. The police are the public, and the public are the police. I do agree with you. Courage Walker. Courage Walker, he says, this dialogue platform is very essential to the national police and the country at large. Thank you so much, Courage. Certainly, it is important. It is a place where we exchange ideas as it relates to the work that we do here at the Liberia National Police. Thank you so much, Courage Walker. We hope to have you on Thursday. Ambassador Francis Othman Ziema, he says, thanks for such a wonderful program. The police commander and I are thinking of paying for airtime at one of the radio stations in Vonjima, so this program can always be relayed in Lofa County. Wow, I was just talking about this, especially when it comes to Lofa County, that we need time to educate our people in Lofa. Thank you, Ziama, and I hope that the number on the line, you can call us on it, and you have the time so that we can have further discussion. Hera Bacon, thanks to the Strategic Communication Management team for this fascinating platform. IG Coburn is the man of the movement, certainly. a man of wisdom and a man of vision. Thank you, Henry. Augusta, who's that? Austin King Sharp. Austin says, I'm following from Clay, Bombing County. Austin, you need to tell us more. You have the responsibility to inform the public. Yes, so you need to tell us more what is happening in Bombing County. And who is that? Kona Sampson Kung. Oh, I'm watching this evening from Nima Lokatuo, Boda. Thank you so much. How is Lokatuo? Thank you, Kona. And that the dialogue is crossing borders. Lofty, Lofty Hardy Theo. Thank you so much for the great job. Thank you, Lofty. Thank you so much too. George Gunnarsson, great job. The Liberia National Police is on a different level under the auspices of IGP Coleman. Certainly. Thank you, George. I do agree with you that we are hitting a different level. Ambassador Randolph B. Cocker Jr. following from a rescue corner. Where is that corner, Randolph, so that we can know exactly? Elizabeth Jokori of Jacotown, Masale, Elizabeth Jokori of Jacotown. The last time we promised her one t-shirt, so Masale need to remind me so that Elizabeth can get her t-shirt. And she's watching from Jacobtown community. Thank you so much. She's always on the show, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. A strong supporter of the Liberia National Police. I'm getting indication that the Inspector General is on the line. And also, today's a healthy, it's indeed a healthy one here. And so, if you are following us, continue to share this show. Continue to share. Continue to put forth your comments, and so that we can be able to read it out for you. And the Inspector General, we are getting indication that he's coming on, and so that we can be able to have a perfect discussion after. Yeah, that's where I am. So they have the chief. RGB Como.
Hey Sam, how do you do?
Yeah. How you doing? How you doing, sir?
Thank God today the Lord has made I rejoice. I'm glad in it.
Yes, certainly. It's good to have you on, and for the sake of the public, this is your second appearance on this More Talk About show, and it's good to have you as my special guest on the Police Dialogue. Are you getting me, sir? Okay, so the technicians are doing everything possible to make sure that the Inspector General Coleman can get us, and so that we can be able to go through this marathon that we have here today. This is a very serious edition of the Police Dialogue, and we're appreciating this because a lot of people have called in appreciating the Liberia National Police, giving their comments, giving their views, and telling us exactly as to how they feel about the operation of the Liberia National Police. Just before Inspector General Coleman could come on, I would tell the public about what the police is involved with, the rescue of a lady from Ghana that was misled to come to Liberia so that she can be able to travel to the Republic of France. A good bit of money was taken from her by those who scammed her, but we can clearly report that the police have been able to retrieve the money, and we have also been able to arrest 4 to 5 persons, in fact 5 persons, in connection to the crime, and they are ongoing investigation. We've also been able to get the Ghanaian embassy involved into the process because it is a national that have been scammed and brought back to Liberia, or brought to Liberia under the pretense that they are traveling with her to France. So the technical adjustment has been made so that we can be able to get Inspector General Coleman back on the line and to start this conversation on his opinion published by Front Page Africa. Okay, Inspector General Coleman is back. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Sam.
Compliment of the season. Compliment of the season, sir.
You the same, and that's to all of those.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to have you on. Just before we got interrupted by our technical breakdown, I was informing the public about your second appearance here on the Police Dialogue, and I'm honored to have this one-on-one conversation here with you. We have been going through your OPEC published within the Front Page Africa newspaper, captioned "The Liberia National Police and the Price of Reform." And we want to know what necessitated this publication and what comes to mind when you have to publish this, especially talking about breaking with the past and restoring rules of law in practice and not theory. Those are some of the things that the discussion going to center around. But before we go to the depth of your publication, I want to know from you, what is the state of security right now in Liberia as the Inspector General of Police?
Well, it's fair enough to say that Liberia is indeed a safe place to be. Crimes are basically under control. We do have a frightening network that continue to instill terror and fear in our people. We have worked tirelessly to ensure that we remove the vulnerability. From the steps taken over the last few years, we've seen the state improve. Numbers are speaking. I may not be the right person to give the analysis because we'll never say it's bonus. But we're looking at the stats, contributions of all law enforcement officers from the drug enforcement angle as well. Not even forgetting the support of the intelligence community that make it to put our operations more in a more preventive state than of all this operation.
Yeah. Are you getting me?
Go ahead.
Okay, so from 1 to 10, what is the rating of the security condition?
I would give it a fair 8. And look, this fair 8 is just based on the performance of the officers. What you have to note is that in addition to the contributions of the officers, other factors that support safety. And with all of those in place, it complements making the contribution of the officer as far as creating safety in the absence of some of those things. I would give you an 8 to 9. And if those other elements were present, get it up to a 10. But there are things that support safety, and they're coming along. We're not fully there. Other basic social services, but for the deterrence of crime and the investigation thereof, I think so far so good. We're doing.
Okay, let's get to your opinion published by the Front Page Africa newspaper. There have been a lot of reaction, positive reaction from some of the comments that I have read under the publication. And this is a question that I have for you. Recently, you issued a statement that has generated national conversation. What motivated you to speak out at this particular moment in Liberia's policing journey?
So, Sam, I'm opportune to see the efforts of young men and women contributing towards advancing safety and security. The time they have to wake up, the time they have to deploy, and to leave, and just serve. And it takes a lot. It puts a lot of burden on the officers. It put a lot of burdens on their families and stuff. They're doing a fabulous job. The evidence is there. Because who you talk to, people who want to be neutral about how things are, they will definitely tell you. But we're in a state where everything is once you're not for, you're against, and nothing else matter. Nothing. It's just sad that the officers will continue to make such a tremendous effort, and the efforts be attacked and be as so it's there that we remind and educate people that listen. I mean, this is what you may be used to, and it's okay that you think that's what it is, but we will that this is where we're heading. These are things that are happening, and the reason we're addressing it is not because we're concerned about legitimate issues that they have with police, but it's because there is a information campaign. The efforts of all of the great officers. Every time there's a citizen has a genuine concern, we look into it with all urgency that we give necessary response. But these actions, I mean, everyone has got a smartphone. When the officers read it, so it's only fair enough as the head of the organization to come up and, I mean, not to respond, to educate the public as to what's going on, why you're seeing people coming at us and stuff like that, and to also encourage the officers to keep doing what they're doing, because we are making slow but steady progress. And indeed, we will continue to improve our service. We will call a spade a spade. We'll recognize our faults and make corrections and recommendations to be able to improve training so that the officers can bring people. We look at the genuine criticism as diagnostic indicators of reform. We don't see a reputational collapse. The National Police is an institution that is transitioning from what was considered political enforcement, principle-based policing, to a people's-based policing based on accountability and just a trust and legitimacy. So getting there is a challenge. People would not believe that, it's possible to achieve. They would think that it's business as usual. But the truth of the matter is things are changing.
You were very blunt in a statement. You said you acknowledged that the LNP is being attacked. But this time around you said you are not being attacked because the institution is failing, but because of the change that the administration is rolling out. Can you explain that for the understanding of the layman?
So, Sam, I mean, there will always be people who will benefit from systems regardless of they may be. Those who benefited from how the LMP operated yesterday would definitely see the transformation as something that go against their modus operandi and stand up to try to criticize it. But I mean, that's not what it is. It is the fact that it's changing. I mean, it's important to look at the credibility, acknowledging the historical failure, looking at institutional denials over a period of time, and looking at the reality of the day and how can we forge ahead and do things better.
Okay. Breaking with the past. Why is it necessary that we break from the past?
Sam, stupid is the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. We break from the past because the past have not worked for us. The past have led us to a distrust and lack of legitimacy. So indeed, we have to do what is right. Establish, bring service alive, make people to feel that, make people to feel served when they encounter us. And be these men. So have to break the past and connect to a new future.
Are there officers who still believe that we should revert to the past, or are there officers who are still doing things relating to the past, or even members of the public?
Well, towards the service, it takes a while. It's a cultural shift. You cannot expect it to happen overnight. It would take years for people to switch from one way of doing things. The training will but moving from patronage policing to a more constitutional-based policing, I mean, it is a challenge, and those who have benefited from it would definitely move away from it immediately. Those who believe that it's worked properly will definitely support it. It's the leadership that guides these actions. So that has to be there. So the leadership will guide and will make sure that we get everybody going in the direction that it should go in accordance with the law. And if you deviate from it, definitely, I mean, you cannot be enforcing once you're deviating from the very laws that set to enforce. So I can assure you, over time, with training and cultural adaptability, people will change, service will improve, 100% noticeable that indeed Liberia National Service for good. It is possible, it will come alive, it will happen.
Reforms often requires uncomfortable decision, and sometimes some of the decisions will render you unpopular. Are you afraid of being considered an unpopular police chief because of reform measures?
It's amazing that you referenced that. Yesterday, I was opportune to have a one-on-one with His Excellency, and he referenced exactly the same thing, not specifically to policing, but to leadership. And he said, you, as a leader, you should not seek to be loved, but gain and earn the respect of the people. And I think that stuck with me. So it's not, you can't even get full love from the church. You can't even get full family. So, I mean, you can't even expect it from a force of over 5,000 plus people from different walks of life. What we aspire to do is to respect one another and come together as a unit to enforce the laws of the Republic of Liberia. Love, and pray will come. But for now, let's respect each other and move forward. I don't think there's any fear of not being loved because of wanting to do what is right and what is best for the entity and the state at large. I have absolutely no fear when it comes to that.
One day, the police department is being referred to as the Erin police. Another segment is being referred to as the WIA police, and then it's being referred to as the Baka police. It clearly shows that we operate in a politically charged environment. And you said in your statement that you're going to institute the rule of law of fear and favor. How are you going to manage that?
Look, these different regimes are named after the presidents that serve at the time. Matters most is whether they call it the Bwaka Kum police, whether they call it Ellen police, whether they call it WIA police, is what do we do at that particular point in time. This is the Liberia National Police. You can call you want in your mind legitimately. That's what we are. This is a tool of the state and not a weapon of any individual government. We're here to serve the Liberian people, whether whichever, regardless of whichever government is. So the Liberian National Police is a non-political institution. Is there to support the democracy and ensure the safety and security of the Liberian people. We have taken an oath to do that. We will continue to do it, and we will make sure that we bring along all of our officers to maintain that as well. How you see us, how you perceive us, it's your personal opinion. What we are the police, there to serve and protect.
But do you feel better?
Why? Why should I be bothered? I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Because they call you a name, it doesn't define you. It doesn't mean that that's who you are. Anybody can look at you and say this person is this. It doesn't mean that you are what they're claiming it to be. We are the Liberia National Police. We remain the Liberia National Police, and nobody just by attempting to align us through mis and disinformation to a specific regime will even deter us from doing what is right. If you violate the law, regardless of whoever you are, your social status, position, whatever, I mean, you will be dealt with in accordance with it.
And that is exactly where I wanted to come as it relates to the implementation of the rule of law. There are some Liberians or some individuals who believe that the police will go after somebody of low profile and will not do much in terms of going after people of higher profile. But that has changed over time from what I have observed being part of the Liberia National Police. And when it comes to that, you are being accused of protecting this or protecting that, something that the public have seen as not being true. Will you continue to roll out this rule of law so that everybody can see it fit, that the law has no equal or nobody can be equated to the law?
Well, Sam, that brings us back to the opinion of people, and I respect it. Everybody is speaking based on how much information they're privileged to have, how much they have, how much they don't have. They believe it, and nothing can change it. So we are committed. We are committed to what we do. We stand for it. We believe in it. There's absolutely no one above the law. Once you violate, we will definitely enforce the law as it is written. There's one charge that we have been given here to enforce. Are there challenges? Yes, there are. I mean, from a systemic standpoint and from other issues that we deal on a daily basis. But are we deterred? No, we continue. We move past these challenges, continue to push. I mean, sometimes they're overwhelming. We stand, we do right, what is best, and we make sure that we go home with a clear conscience at the end of the day. I know, it's believed here that once you serve as police chief, you're subject to the guidance or the direction of the authority that be. But one thing I can tell you, I'm proud of the leadership of His Excellency. At no point in time have there been any intervention requiring this police administration to deviate from the rule of law or to specifically favor anyone. There's been zero illegitimate political interferences in our work, and I am super proud of that, and that gives us the strength and the tenacity to keep doing what we're doing. So we'll guarantee the Liberian people that we remain their police, that the Liberian people's police will continue to serve them, and we'll continue to enforce the law regardless of whoever you are, without fear, without favor, without malice or ill will as well.
In most of your public utterances, you always talk about trust and legitimacy. Now, under transparency and accountability, you have increased press briefings, investigations, and public
trust
updates.
Trust and legitimacy. That's what gets taken away when you lose the issue of accountability and transparency that you mentioned. So because the organization becomes less accountable to the people, less transparent, trust becomes broken. Legitimacy is taken away. It's seen as an occupational force just there to terrorize and harass people. And that's what we continue to stress on regaining trust. But how do we do so? By increasing accountability, by being more transparent, and communicate with the people more frequently and more openly.
So why is transparency so central to your reform agenda?
Because it is extremely, necessary ethically to be truthful. Look, as a policeman, if you're even caught lying, by right in a proper society, you should not even get back on the stand to even serve as a witness in court. You can't even be a policeman. And that's why it's important for us to be truthful about everything we do. We have the professional standards. I'm very, very proud of them. When they come out, we go back and forth. So sometimes they'll be like, you know what, let's leave this because it could cause an embarrassment to the entity. We already punished them. Even if we punish the officers, we make it public. We let the people know that, yes, this thing went wrong. We just concluded the mobile investigation regarding mobile. We will be making an official statement as to what transpired. Yesterday, we spoke on how much information we had. The investigation is concluded. It's fair enough for us to let the public know exactly what went wrong, what was done, how can we do it better, what lessons did we learn from there. So it's transparency and openness is the hallmark of good demolition.
But some may argue that public scrutiny weakens police authority. How do you respond to those who see transparency as a risk rather than a strength?
Public scrutiny is a must. It strengthens police service delivery. It makes police more accountable. It makes us to do the right thing when we step outside. So we welcome public scrutiny once it's coming from a good place and not from a place of disinformation.
Yeah, Chief, are you hearing us?
If there's lack of clarity in certain areas, reach out, ask us, and we will be very open and transparent with the public as to why we're doing what we're doing, so that they can have better understanding as well.
This is the Police Dialogue, the flagship program of the Liberia National Police. Usually comes your way every Tuesday and Thursday from 4 to 5 o'clock. Today I have as my special studio guest the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. And we are dissecting his OPEC published by the Front Page Africa newspaper under the caption, The Liberia National Police and the Price of Reform. This program is being broadcast on Sky FM 107.2 and live on the official Facebook page of the Liberia National Police. My name is Sam Collins, and like I said, the Inspector General is going through his recent opinion published within the Front Page Africa newspaper and other outlets. And Inspector General Coburn, when we come back, we'll discuss the issue of community-centered policing, misinformation, and public pressure. The Inspector General will also look at internal discipline and professionalism. So stay with us, and I hope you are putting your questions together and your comments so that the man who is in charge of police operation we've answered those concerns that you have. Sky FM is carrying this program live, and it's also been streamed live on several online. I'm being informed that other bloggers are carrying this program live. And so let's go through some of the comments, and so that the Inspector General of Police can be able to see what the viewers are actually seeing. When we come back from the comment section of this broadcast, we'll hold the Inspector General to Community Center Policing. There are a lot of community initiatives taking place under the Liberia National Police with its community chief, ACP Samuel Ford, crisscrossing the country under the instruction of the Inspector General, making sure that we narrow the gaps between the LNP and members of communities. And also with members of the public or the community. So we're doing everything right. Are the comments ready? Okay, put it on. So let's see exactly what our Facebookers are saying. For those following us by way of Sky FM, later on we're going to open the line so you can have an interaction with the Inspector General of Police. Do we have the comments ready? Okay, great. Let's go. Roll it out. Augusta Key, there is a difference between leaders and managers. RJB Coleman is indeed a good leader. Thank you for the commendation, Augusta. Let's go. Let's keep the comments rolling. Ernest Boyan, wow. Okay. Inspector Koba, can you read from what it's a little bit distant from me? And that's why Ernest is saying has written a long pamphlet. But thank you, Ernest, for your comment. I think that when you're responding, you will respond to what you have written.
I can't see it.
Yeah, honest, your comments are long, but we appreciate. Let's get the next comment. Ibi Dukle, grace is a blessing to Liberia. He's doing a fantastic work. Thank you so much, Ibi. Cynthia Kape, great initiative, my big boss. Thanks for the recognition of the workings of the officers. Thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia comes back. I'm watching from records. HRMD. Thank you. Courage SD Walker. This dialogue platform is very essential to the national police and the country at large. Thank you, Courage. Heron Bacon. Absolutely true. Ben, I think we read that he making mention of road safety. We had the director of communication here earlier on, and so let's go back to Inspector General Coleman. Inspector General, you made mention of community central policing. You have introduced the idea of policing by consent, not by coercion. What does that look like in the practice for communities across Liberia?
Well, like I always say to you all, Sam, when we speak, policing is a service. Mm-hmm. It should be precisely what service is. You're working for the people.
In independence of the Liberia National Police, and he's made it very, very clear that in rolling out the rule of law, no one will be considered as a small fish or a big fish. Anybody that will be caught breaching the laws of the Republic of Liberia, they will have to answer questions regardless of where they come from, regardless of who they are associating with, or regardless of which group that they come from. So the Inspector General was very, very clear on that. And later on, we'll be talking about misinformation and public pressure. Yes, indeed. in the internet age. Anybody can just write anything on Facebook, misinform the public, and our people are so gullible that anybody just write anything, and someone will argue that person is sharing information from the point of strength, and only to realize that person has no authority to say what they are saying. So you can call us on 077-0800-163, 077-0800-163, as we try to have the Inspector General of Police back on the line. We are facing this internet problem, but please call us on 0770-163, 0770-163, and you can text us via WhatsApp on +231 777 894747 777-894747. Okay, so the Inspector General is back. Can we have him back on the line?
Sam, I'm here.
Yes, sorry, sir. We have been experiencing fluctuation within the internet. So we're talking about community center policing. Why are you driving community policing?
You know, I think for a while I was talking to myself, so I don't even know where we.
Yeah, I'm talking about community center policing.
But yeah, but I mean, like I said earlier, whether it was to myself or to the public, it's this is a service provided for the people. It's the people's police. It's time to incorporate their concerns into so that they served. If we say we're there for them, I think we should hear them and do what is most appropriate and what makes them safe, what makes them feel safe as well.
Okay, good. Let's go to the section that has to do with misinformation and public pressure. Have you come under public pressure?
Well, there will always be public pressure in line of work. There will be people looking at things and expressing their opinion and believing their opinion is the best that must be done. And there are times that you will come under immense pressure from all over. But you have to best like the most important thing is go home, go to bed with a clear conscience, knowing that you've done the right thing, and more so, and that you've done things right. So the pressure is a part of the job, but I can do not come to it. We allow our the evidence to lead our investigation, and we just enforce the law. That's what we do.
Great. And the issue of misinformation. We live in the internet age. Almost everybody have a smartphone. How does it undermine your good intent?
Well, misinformation could be by error, but I think what is more specific and targeted, I mean, at the image of the institution, is the disinformation campaign with an intent to malign the image of the institution. I think that is the serious challenge. The misinformation can always be corrected, but disinformation, they have their established intent, which is most times nefarious, and that's why we are concerned about it, because they mislead the public. People see stuff online, and they believe that just because they see it online, it is the right thing. So people would distort the facts. They will come up with things that do not even exist. They will find things that happened years back, and I mean, all of these. I mean, it take a lot of time to address them, and to try to re-educate the public, to try to correct them. I mean, those who even if in a printed work, those who read the first might not be able to even find the second. It's the same thing online. Those carry that misrepresent that fact. As soon as you correct it, they might not even come back to see it. And the only thing that has been left with them is that which was distorted with an intent just to make the organization look unprofessional. So that is one of the challenges that we're faced with. But I want to say thanks to the entire team, the press and public affairs, I think, and with the support of the entire administration and all of the officers, I think we've done a somewhat a good job. We can do better, but we've done, considering where we are and what's available to us, I think they have done good so far in being able to recognize them and for us to be able to respond to them as we go ahead. And even to those who think that they are trying to bring the institution of public disrespect, post these videos now with the intent of reaching the administration to correct it, but rather to use it as a means of disgracing or dishonoring the officers. We say, I mean, may your conscience be your guide. But as you share them, we see them, we correct, and we move.
And interestingly, you describe it as a modern battlefield of reform.
Yep.
What advice do you give officers who feel discouraged by online criticisms or public misunderstanding?
Hello, Sam. These officers, they have families, they have children. And the discouragement is not just because of what they see or what they read. There's a lot more than that. When you do these things, you think you're just pushing a political point just to laugh at the regime. And you're not doing it to the regime, you're doing it to the state. You're doing it to the people the real people, real people who actually gave their time and their service to this country. You have parents going home who are police officers with their children asking them about some of these things that have no bearing of truth as to what they do. So instead of the children being proud of them and recognizing the sacrifices, they are there to be defending actions and justifying things that they have no business doing or no even no understanding. So you're not just putting it out there in a political space, you're sending it to our families, you're sending it to the community, you're sending it to friends as well. My encouragement to officers is not let it deter you. You know better than how you've been represented out there, and continue to uphold your public service ethics as you continue to deliver law enforcement services to this country. And I want to say thanks to each and everyone because your contributions have been true. And even if the people don't say it to you, leaders in the organization, we can attest to it. The number of hours the engineering that's going to be for the next 2 years. People are not even looking at the fact that we have an engineering problem or just bombing traffic. But the thing is, if we're all responsible, police says there's 2 lanes going, stay in your lane until you get there. Definitely everybody there a little faster. But a lot of irresponsible people, because you are very able good. Only somebody with all sense, somebody who don't even care, reckless. They don't care those who they carry. They don't want to do something like that. Very, very selfish to disrupt that flow. And yes, they do exist. So I know it will get irresponsible. So while blaming us, be law about it instantly, get a point. 458 calling people from their beds to get up to make sure they deploy before the traffic can even begin. 4:58 a.m. We started calling the officers, and trust me, if you go down that same tonight, 9, 10 o'clock, those same officers are calling for 4:58. You will see them out there still waiting to make sure we get the last person home before we can leave to go get a few hours of sleep. I want to say thanks to them. Keep doing what you're doing. You may not be appreciated openly, but there's a lot of people who you provide these services for that appreciate you, that are happy that you improve their quality of life just by standing there and giving them a few extra hours to sleep because they know that you'll be there to do what is right to get. So I want to just encourage the officers and remind them that yes, we'll continue to look out for their welfare. We'll continue to make the representation, but we can only work with what we're given. We haven't seen the budget. We don't know what is given as of yet, but it is my prayer will happen. Will speak to an improvement of the welfare of the officers to reflect the sacrifices that they are making.
Thank you, Honorable Aji. Let's look at internal control. We are gradually wrapping up this interview. Let's look at internal control. Some people believe that the government of Liberia spent a lot to train a single police officer. And there are some disciplinary measures taken against officers. And some members of the public believe that those measures should not be taken against the officer because of the money that the government used to train a single officer. For example, dismissing an officer because of misconduct. They believe that some other restraining measures should be taken against him. How do you see your critics when they say that the government spent money to train a single police officer and you dismiss them just by the stroke of a pen?
The Liberia National that GOW Coleman Farm.
Okay.
It is a public institution guided by laws. It has administrative instructions. It has administrative regulations. I cannot and say because you carry out a misconduct and I can fire you. We have processes and procedures that you go through, and once you're found liable, definitely with a heavy heart, I will have to take the right action as per what the law requires. So I mean, this is not about if the Liberian government knew that they didn't want the problem, they should cancel the laws that was written. But as long as it's there as the guidance, and you came into this institution, and we educated you what is right and the way to go in the institution when you violate from it and disgrace the institution, we will deal with you according to the law. Listen, we all knew how much we were making. Some people came with the idea knowing that the end justifies the means. They were coming to do the business that everybody else would. But there is a new day. I mean, you that idea you may have come in that way, but you can that way you can no longer continue here, because this is an age of advancement. There is an age where every last person has got a mobile phone that has a camera. So once you go out there and you do something that is contrary to the policing ethics, you will be dealt with in accordance with the administrative instructions and regulations. And I do that without because that's what I signed up for. That's why I took an oath to uphold the Constitution and to support the laws of the Republic of Liberia. Thank you. Sam, I will take no more. I have to jump off right now. I have another meeting coming up almost immediately.
Yeah.
Within a week, I will be back on the platform, and then we can continue to discuss from there. Thank you. Thanks for what you do. Thanks to Cecilia and her team as well, and we appreciate you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, and we do appreciate you sitting with us. And he's the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. Breaking news from the Police Department media advisory just been released. Tomorrow, the Chinese government is expected to make a donation to the Liberia National Police, and that program will take place at 3 p.m. here at the headquarters of the LNP. And what is contained in that donation will show that the public affairs will have you informed. Thanks so much to all of our callers. But let's see the comments. And before we can wrap up, like I said, this has been a marathon production of the Police Dialogue. Giving out public information is what we are here for. And so we do appreciate you to following us by Facebook and via radio. Thanks to the management of our Sky FM for standing with us, and thanks to Inspector General of the Police for taking up time from his busy schedule. Cooper L. Thomas, thanks for the great job. My own RGP graduate O.W. Coburn. I salute your efforts towards Liberia National Police. May God richly bless you, sir. I am satisfied CCTV camera technician and installer and a police officer assigned at HQ ISS section. Thank you, Cooper. Thank you for the work that you do. Japa Reeves, DCB Collins. Sir, please post the number for participation or call it again. The number is right on your screen, so you can call the number. Do we have Ben S. Tama? I'm watching from Dubai. Please, can you explain again about the CCTV camera, because we don't have good electricity in Liberia? How the camera going to help the public? I think we have some level of stability within electricity right now, so that's going to answer your concern. Ben, okay, I think we read this though. Abdullah D. Dukley, thanks, Honorable RGP. I feel passionate to whenever I listen to the Honorable RGP discuss people-centered policing as a service, following from our office at the Police Training Academy. Thank you for the peacekeeping test. Rosemary from my Southern Sudan, your leadership is blessed. My astute boss, keep winning. Following live from Southern Sudan. Do we have? They have the comments coming up, please. They try to recognize our viewers. Ambassador Francis Okmar Zama. Okay, good evening, RGP. I'm Inspector Francis Okmar Zama from Vonchema City, Lofa County. RG, thanks for your understanding and leadership. We are indeed getting there. RG, what are you doing to motivate outstanding officers who are doing well? In past, there were officers who won Integrity Outcome Award in Liberia and was never motivated by past administration. Can you help organize a special program for officers of such so as to make others follow their steps? Yeah, it sounds good. When people work, they need to be recognized. Japa comes back. Drunk driving is responsible for a lot of crashes in Liberia. What are some steps that the NFP can consider to address that? Is there action on people caught driving drunk? Certainly. It's a breach of the traffic law of the Republic of Liberia when you are arrested while driving drunk. Togi, hey, great job, DCP Sam. Thank you so much. A Jones man. So let me take the last comment. Yeah. Thanks to all of our followers. You've been with us for the last 2 hours since 4 o'clock. You stay with us and we are excited. We see Chappie. RJ, thanks for your hard work. This I will come to the end of this edition of the Police Dialogue. Thanks to the management of Sky FM for carrying the broadcast. Thanks to all of our technicians and producers. And thank you to All of our followers, catch you on Thursday. On Thursday, we'll have the OIC of the Liberia Trust Enforcement Agency. My name is Sam Collins. Bye-bye.
On safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LMP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our communities safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LMP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our communities safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LMP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our communities safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LMP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our communities safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LMP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our communities safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police.